Hello there everyone, Shibby here. Hope everyone out there is doing well. Take back once again with some more Tekken 8 ranked matches. I try to climb up the purple ranks with Asuka here. Looks like my first opponent is going to be a Steve player, so we'll see what we can get done against old Steve. Alright, go low. Alright, they do heat up to challenge that. We'll sidewalk it. Or we'll try to sidewalk it. I tried to I saw the lunge forward, so I tried to hit him there. Alright, we do get the hit here. Alrighty. Alright, we'll power crush right through that. Alrighty, let's see if we can get a little bit closer to Flame Ruler here. I think I'm at about halfway through Mighty Ruler. So we'll see if we can make a dent here. I did the wrong combo, but oh well, we'll finish this one out because I have to. But Steve notoriously gives me a lot of trouble. That was an awkward one. Alright. Alright, I think we caught him walking backwards here. Oh, I fucked that all up. Alright, I just used it before I lost it. And we do manage to win that round. They do round start heat. I wasn't sure if that was my turn or his turn. Alright, definitely his turn on that one. I'm not sure what I got counter hit for, but we do. Alright. Alright, we'll heat up. Well, never mind. I thought I was going to heat up there. Alright, they do get around on me here. Alright, I thought I was going to sidewalk that. Alright, try to go for a low. That is going to knock me right out of it. People always mash there, and then I'm always shocked that I get hit, even though it's +1. Alright, it's not blocking that. God, that has some range on it. Alright, there is no sidewalking then. Alright, thankfully he stood up right into that. He was crouched initially. Alright, we're gonna heat up right back. I'm gonna get hit here. I'll gladly take that. Alright, did he not punch my punch parry? Alright, he definitely pressed a button there. So we'll just go ahead and scrub out this round. Alright, probably didn't deserve to win that one, but we'll take it anyway and get a little bit closer to Flame Ruler here. I mean, a little bit. Oh, it's going to be one and done. Alright, well in that case, I'll be back when I find my next opponent. Good games to the Steve player. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, and it's yet another Steve. So let's see what we can get done here. Interesting looking Steve. I wonder if that's supposed to be anything. Not really 100% sure. But I never really addressed my dumbass costume that I attempted to make here, but this is a... I attempted to make a Naoto from Persona 4. If there's any Persona fans out there. For no other reason than I saw the hat, and I was just like, I wonder. Alright, mashed on the plus frames. I am not surprised. Everyone does. And I get hit most of the time. Alright. Even though, again, it's just +1. But it still shocks me that there's just no regard for plus frames really very much in this game. And I'm as guilty as anyone else. Alright, we are going to get the perfect here. Did he grab me out of my... Okay. That's what I mean. Like, everyone. No one, like, has any... That's not what I meant to do. I should have committed. He crouched pre... Okay, that's not a one break. I tried to sidestep him again. Alright, we get the stage transition. With Phoenix and Ifrit. Alrighty then. Alright, we do get to hit here. Alright. Alright, we are plus there. They're blocking the low. Take the down back 3 there. Alright, he does break the throw there. Alright, he does block the low there. Got that grab. Gets the stage right there. That's unfortunate. Alright, you can't sidewalk that one. You have to duck it. That's unfortunate that dropped. I didn't get my rage art. That's very unfortunate. I figured he would try to press there, so I tried to go just for the guaranteed thing. Fortunately, it didn't quite come out. Alright. And another Steve is going to want it done to me. Alright, well, I'll be back when I find my next opponent. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here. Going up against a Fahkumram player. This player in particular has a 4% disconnection rate, so we'll see if we get through the whole match if we do happen to win. But let's see what we get into here. Alright, we do whip there. Oh, string's not over. Oh. Alright, let's heat up here. I do get the hit on the low. Alright, we do get the grab in here. We have a lot of work to do if we're going to get back into this. Oh, that was bad of me. Holy shit, he got hit. I don't know why. Yeah, what was it? Alright, well, we got bailed out there. I thought he was gonna run up and do that kick again. I got too preemptive, but alright, well, they got bailed out. Does that string not end? There was like 50 hits in that. Alright, we are plus there. Alright, we'll heat up here. Go for the grab. Alright, did get the back one there. I wasn't sure if that was going to reach or not, but I got lucky enough for it to make a connection. I tried to sidewalk that, didn't quite work. I tried to sidewalk that too. I keep saying sidewalk, I mean sidestep. Jesus Christ. This is going to... I missed. God, his strings seem like they just don't end. Alright, we do get a launch here. I actually haven't seen like a ton of Fahkumram, so I don't really... Oh, that's unfortunate. How much mayhem he does. Alright, good game on the low there. Alright, we do get the grab here. And we are going to take the first game on Fahkumram here. Get a little bit closer to Flame Ruler. Alright, they do run it back. Alright, thank you. This will be the first, potentially, in complete set of the entire video. Alright, we do break the grab. Alright, we'll take that, go low here. Tried to mash. Alright, I thought that would maybe be his turn. Alright, tried to mash there, that's for sure my turn. And not sure what they tried to do there. Alright, finally landed a punch parry. Tried to power crush it. Alright, not sure what the break is there. I tried one. Alright, we'll go for the grab there. I thought maybe I'd be cheeky there. Alright, we do get a launch there. That was unfortunate. So I'm gonna try to go for the grab. We'll take the rage art. Alrighty. We will steal this round, I presume. Yeah. Below there. Alright, take the hit. I wish I went for low because he has been stand blocking a lot. Alright, he's gotten more aware of that. Alright, we do manage to win the set against Fahkumram 2-0, and there's the rage quit. Will I still get the points for this? Surely, like 3 rounds, like it should hopefully. Okay, yeah, it went through. He took a little bit too. He quit a little bit too late. All right, well, I will gladly take that. Good game set, opponent. I'll back when I find one more match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, going up against a King player, which is I always say this every time I see King on the screen, but that's my main for Tekken. Let's see if that knowledge helps. Alright, power crushes it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Definitely likes his lows. I go for the grab because he's been power crushing there every time. And he tries it again. Get another grab off. Alrighty. Whoops, I didn't mean to step up like that. Alright, we do break it there. Alright, no block on the low. Well, he went for the launch there. I did try to grab because he had been power crushing. Right, no block on the low. Alright, he goes for the rage art there. I should have figured. Alright, this is going to hurt a lot. But we do have a decent amount of health. I mean, this is still going to put us pretty low, but... Not your turn, bud, unfortunately. Alright. Oh, I thought that might reach. Alright, we did get the eyes a little bit late. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, we do manage to win that one 3-0 there. And looks like we might be on the precipice of Flame Ruler. Are we gonna be on a promo match? Alright, we are. Looks like they're also on a promo match as well. Alright, go for low here. Oh, they do block it. Good on them. Alright, they do mash there. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's a one break. Alright, we do get a grab punish there. I'm do 4-4-3 because I've been crouching. I should have figured. Should have figured. Alright, gotta keep in mind too, if they have rage art, and I'm gonna, looks like that I might keep my turn going. They are not afraid to use it, which can't blame them there. There we do down back 3 here. Alright. We do get the first game here. There we are. Plus. Alright, they are crouched again. That's an unfortunate miss. Oh, I thought he might immediately do it again. All right, tied it around a piece here. All right, we do get a launch here. I did the wrong combo. Oh, it's better than nothing. That was an awkward one. All right, I fucked that all up. I still got lunch there? All right, that should be the end of... that dropped. I don't know if it was the weird ankle or what, but like I'm not exactly sure why that dropped on me. All right, we might be dead. Yep, he had so low health. Alright, that should have been the kill combo. I'm not exactly sure why that dropped. But here we are. Alright, he's gonna clip us with the heat smash. I tried to sidewalk it. Alright. That's very unfortunate. Alright, we'll take it though. That one I did legitly drop. Got grabbed out of my launcher. Very unfortunate. I got grabbed out of my launcher again. That sucks. Alright, we got some doing if we're going to win here. I tried to run up grab because I knew he would power crush it. Unfortunately, it just outright beat that. Alright, we're going to be... we got to play a lot better here. I don't think we're going to get the run back, though. Okay, we do. Okay. Again, I don't mean to doubt people like this, but Tekken 8 does Tekken 8, so it's kind of hard to... Alright, can't sidewalk that like that. Okay. I'm just gonna stay aggro here. That's unfortunate. That didn't quite combo like I had hoped. I was trying to get the ground pick up, but he was able to stand right up and get the rage art. Should barely live here though. Let's see if we can bait out the power crush. I know he wants to do it. Alright, I thought I was blocking low there. I guess I was a little late. I'd still grabbed. It looked like that my activation came first. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Alright, let's not drop it this time. Alright. Alright, you can't sidewalk that to the right. Alright, we'll take that. A little bit further away than I thought. Alright. I should have figured he would immediately do it after blocking his shit. Alright. Probably dead. Okay, no. We still barely managed to hang on here. I'm doing nothing but holding down back. I'm not sure why that repeatedly hits. That connected? I'm pretty sure that's a one break. I fucking whip here and shit. I tried to mid-check him. Unfortunately, that was faster. Alright, well, we are going to drop the set 1-2 to King here. Good game set, opponent. I do believe I'm going to end the video here, though. If you make this far, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.